Oh, this looks very serious. Right, so yes, I know it says main entrance over there, but maybe we'll go this way, because this is how I certainly remember I used to head into school every day. And they're probably, are they still in lessons? Oh, hello. Sorry, we were just being nosy, having a wander around. Reminiscing about times past. I had no memory of this, but apparently when I was at primary 7, I wrote an extremely cringeworthy poem. Yeah, some vintage photos here. That's absolutely brilliant. I think what's nice is you can really kind of see the sort of the character of the school in the photo in a way, sort of everybody obviously enjoying themselves. I've been at St Mary's 3 years now, and I've only been given a couple of rows. The work is hard and the music is fun. It's always busy with lots to be done. Choir is always good for a laugh, singing pieces by Mozart and Bach. St Mary's is an excellent school. My view is St Mary's rules.
Situated in the heart of Edinburgh, St Mary's is Scotland's only specialist music school. Inspired by its founding patron Yehudi Menuhin, it's been pursuing musical excellence since it first opened in the autumn of 1972. St Mary's grew out of the choir school at Edinburgh's Episcopal Cathedral. Former head teacher Carolyn Coxon remembers humble but inspiring beginnings.
It was very small, very insecure, financially desperately insecure, very interesting. The beginning of the instrumental scheme meant that there were many more demands, and it had to grow very quickly.
Today, St Mary's is situated at Coates Hall, and it welcomes pupils from all over the world. But during its early years, it led a fragile existence, with teaching taking place across a number of makeshift sites. Classes were being held on the ground floor of a large Georgian terrace when Carolyn Coxon received a surprising phone call from the upstairs neighbour.
Mrs. Trail rang me up and said, could I go and have coffee with her? And we thought, oh dear, she doesn't like the noise of the practicing. And we went to see her, and she said, no, I have decided that I will move from here. Her husband had died, she was widowed. So I've decided that I'm going to give your school my house. I nearly spilt my coffee.
Nothing is more satisfying to me than to declare this building open.
Mrs. Trail's gift enabled St Mary's to buy new premises in Edinburgh's West End. A decade later, these were sold to help fund a move to the school's current home at Coates Hall.
It's essential that a musical child, particularly a musical child with no access to fine teaching, should be able to come to a centre where there are other musicians.
I literally moved with my mother to Scotland for St Mary's. First when I came, I had the biggest stage fright, and for me, performing was just one of the scariest things. It took time, but the more I did it, the more my teachers supported me and gave me opportunities to perform, the more I started to realize that actually it doesn't have to be that scary, and it's about loving the music and sharing it with other people.
I think there are high expectations, but you feel like all the teachers care and they all want the best for us, which I like. I focus mainly on jazz, and it's finding a way to relate to people who mostly focus on classical. So that kind of forces me to look outside the box.
I think it's about helping people realise their potential. Giving the feeling that we're discovering music together, I think, is important. Solving problems together, giving them confidence in their own vision of music. There's something about the acceptance of other people, and music is such a common ground that when you've made music with somebody, you feel somehow accepted by them and that they're accepted by you. You've made contact.
By all means, a round of applause. That's a lot of work going in there. Yeah, good.
People have often talked about the sort of family atmosphere, and for a long time I wondered if that was something we fondly imagined we were creating. But in fact, having talked to pupils who were there 30 years ago, they very much felt it, and it's something they have remembered all their lives.
St Mary's Music School for me is a really special place because it's where I took my first proper steps towards becoming a musician.
Everyone who comes back always looks to see where they've etched their name.
Yeah, where they put their name on. That's absolutely brilliant. Ah, yes! I learnt so much while I was there, and I realised latterly, thinking about it, of course, that I learnt a lot more than I thought I did at the time. Including, there's Richard Beach in there. Fantastic. I think his beard is slightly shorter nowadays, but other than that, largely unchanged.
From its earliest days, St Mary's has run Saturday music classes, giving young people from all backgrounds access to the highest levels of teaching.
The quality of the musicians that are teaching at St Mary's. So you have real kind of top-level international performers, the best in their field, who are working with the students. Children deserve the best, and it's wonderful that St Mary's, provides that in spades, which gives, obviously a kind of unparalleled educational opportunity.
The school, of course, wouldn't exist in its present form at all if it hadn't been for donations in the past. And likewise, today the school simply wouldn't be able to continue if it wasn't for that legacy giving. What St Mary's Music School is about is educating the young musicians of the future. It's about providing them with the environment they need in order to grow and excel. Should you choose to leave a legacy to St Mary's Music School, you can be guaranteed that every penny of that money is going to be spent ensuring the nurturing of the very best musical talent that Scotland's got to offer.
It hasn't been a richly endowed school all through its history, but people have been enormously generous. Going right back to Mrs. Trail, that when she said, "When I have moved, you must tell people I gave you the house pour encourager les autres, to encourage others." And people have been encouraged by that knowledge that someone was so generous.